When it comes to wireless in-ear buds, I think a lot of people are familiar with the Apple Airpods. You know, like you see people walking down the street and they got those little white things hanging down from their ears. Kind of looks like those electric toothbrush heads that they just stuck in their ear. Not a really sexy look in my opinion, okay? But today we're gonna look at a wireless in-ear headphones for people that are athletic, whether you're running or working out in the gym. I'm telling you, this is what you want because it's what I use and I absolutely love it. It's from the folks over at Jabra. We're looking at the Elite Sport.
Right, Andy, these are a reiteration of the previous version, which had a problem with the battery life, which is like the #1 criticism of these wireless earbuds.
Yeah, it's really hard to create wireless earbuds that have a long battery life. And so what they did is they created the same version without saying it's the Elite Sport 2. Yeah. What they did was increase the battery life. I don't know how they did that. But they did it, and that was one of the biggest criticisms of it. Everyone loved it, but they're like, the battery dies all the time. But they did an interesting thing, Sherry, because this case that you're holding in your hand when they sit actually recharges the headphones. So you charge the case, then the case charges your headphones to give you extra battery life, so you don't have to charge it after every workout.
Previous version had 3 hours of battery life, and now it's up to 4.5. Yeah. And that, I would say, is decent for any workout. You don't want to be at the gym for more than 4.5 hours.
Yeah. One thing I really like about this, and of course, you know, you want to be able to listen to music while you're working out, and you want the motivation, whether it's running or, say, just lifting weights at the gym. But what these do, and what makes it so special, Sherry, is it has in-ear heart rate monitors.
Right. And if I take the right earbud out of this case, that looks like a box of mattress. On the right earbud, you get 2 dots that are actually heart rate sensors. So this, in theory, is going to be pressed against your ear when you're wearing it, and that will sense a constant flow of your heart rate.
Yeah, because a lot of people, you know, you're familiar if you're in the gym, you hold like a machine to get the heart rate from your hand, or you can wear a wearable to have it on your wrist. But to have it right in your ear makes a lot of sense because it's just beating your heart rate every time you're working out, and it gives you a very accurate one. And I can tell you because I have worn every heart rate monitor you can imagine.
Yes, you've tried a lot of
and it's very, very accurate, almost at a clinical level. So you kind of get an accurate representation of what your heart rate is doing. But all of this works inside the Jabra Sport app. From testing your fitness, monitoring your workouts, and motivating you and having designed workouts all within this one app.
And I know something called VO2 Max, and you've tried that yourself personally.
Yeah. So inside the Jabra Sport Life app is a test called VO2 Max, which measures how efficient your body can measure or use oxygen. So it's a 15-minute test. They just ask that you keep running at a certain rate, keep your heart rate at over a certain threshold, and then it tells you how fit you are. The problem is, and I was telling you this earlier, every time I take this test, I'm just working out super hard because I don't want to ruin my data. And I find that by doing the test, I have the best runs ever because I'm constantly being monitored. And it's like having like a fitness coach sitting right there watching you, you know, like in the old Rocky when he was going against Dolph Lundgren and they're in the lab and they're monitoring. You probably don't remember that. But
I don't remember that.
Oh, don't worry, it's coming back. But like it gives you almost like scientific type of data inside the Sport Life app, which really motivates you because you look at your data from, say, yesterday, and then today you're like, okay, I want to beat it. For me, I always look at the graphs of where my heart rate is. Was it in the cardio zone? What was it the intense zone? And it's amazing. You don't need a fitness coach. You can just do it all within an app. Your fitness coach is inside the app.
With a lot of these wearables, it's really important not just to have a working model, but also to have a really well-designed app. And I know this one specifically also counts reps. Yes. So if you're doing lifts or push-ups or whatever, training. Right, interval training, you want to be able to know where you are at and still have a graph of how you're doing throughout the period of training.
That's right. You can actually set up different workouts, and then you press the button on the side in between each workout, and it'll tell you how much time you have to rest, usually about 15 to 20 seconds, and then it says, okay, do the next workout. I'm telling you, a lot of people need a motivation from a personal coach to get them to do this. The coach is inside your app, and it's talking to you into your ears. You know, you're gonna save a lot of money, because these aren't cheap, you know, they are expensive, but if you care about your health, and you should, you would make this and consider it as an investment in both your health and your favorite music while you're working out.
And I just want to briefly mention that on the earbuds themselves, on the right earbud, there's the on button, and then on the left, there's the plus minus. You can adjust volume as you're listening to your favorite tracks when you're working out.
Yeah, and when you're done, you put it into the case, and provided your case is charged, your earbuds are going to be charged, so you don't have to charge your earbuds every day. I'd say about every 3 days, you might want to charge your case, and then your earbuds can get charged. Again, we're talking about my personal favorite in-ear headphones. They're from the folks over at Jabra, not Apple. And we're looking here at the Elite Sport. It's the newest version, 50% more battery power. You got to check this out, especially if you care about your health.